overlay all these TV pictures on top of each other and you'd be hard-pressed to spot any differences in movement from Paul Moor. Very consistent bowler. And it's produced that run of strikes. He's definitely put this game beyond the reach of Rivera now. And as we always say, barring something incredible happening, he's going to have a place in the quarter-final against Alex Liu. You were right, Jason. He's going to keep striking.
Yeah, well, you know, it is really good for everybody to see what Biboy is capable of, because, you know, I've seen him travel around the world and around Asia, and, you know, it's very uncharacteristic of him to play the way he did the first game, and this is definitely how he usually bowls everywhere he goes. So I'm really happy for him.
Well, that's the World Tenpin Masters, isn't it? Fly halfway around the world to potentially bowl for 40 minutes and then be on the plane back home.
Yeah, I think that's why the first round is often the most difficult to get through, because there is that, you know, I've been on a plane for over 20 hours, I've spent 10 hours in an airport, and I could be going home in 40 minutes.
Well, not quite the same problem for Paul Moor. 45-minute drive from his home down to the venue. But that very often works in the favour of a home bowler. You're surrounded by the people you know, by the environment you know, and you get to sleep in your own bed at night, and that's a great boost for many sports players around the world when the home tournaments come to town. That's how they look so far, and both players still on for those maximums, so that 100-pin difference still there. Six-bagger for Moor, though. What a way to post a message to the rest of your opponents. He's going to come away with a decent score at the end of this second game. And Rivera should get over the 200 mark as well after the disappointment of that 168 in the first game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Paul's thoughts were after this match. He's not one to definitely boast about the way he bowled, but he has to be feeling extremely confident right now with the form he's in. And when Paul is in fine form, he's definitely hard to beat. I wouldn't mind having a chat to him. And stealing that ball away from him as well.
That's probably the best idea, as he turns it into 7 strikes in a row. Fantastic performance here, and what a shame that first frame was a spare. Still, nobody can replicate that magic 300 of yours, Jason, just a couple of years ago.
No. It's some people have come close, and I didn't think I was ever going to do it. You know, that's one of the magic things about bowling 300 is there is that small little bit of luck that needs to go your way, and you know, I definitely had some, and in this one lane thing with the oil moving so quickly, it's definitely not easy to do.
Rivera to keep his run of strikes going, working at Turkey, and turns it into a 4-bagger. Well done, Biboy Rivera, and he's just letting this crowd know there's a lot more to this man than we've seen in this match today.
That was Biboy's best shot of the day by far. It was clean off his hand. He hit exactly where he was looking. You know, the follow-through was strong, and the ball's checked up in the right place and just smashed the pins.
Yeah, very good effort from Rivera. Still on for that 4-2-2 finish. But that's so far off the pace of this man, Paul Moor. He keeps them coming. He's going to be into double figures if he can keep striking out from here. Great work through the foundation frame. Now, at least it's the right way round this time. Rivera's going to get to bowl his final deliveries, and then he'll be able to take his seat while Paul Moor finishes off. It's a pretty tough position to be down when you come out for your last few balls.
Yeah, you often think, do I really have to?
There should be some system in place where you can put a couple of dollars in the box and leave the stage. Rivera, though, will at least left a decent message for this crowd. This guy can play, we know that. Just hasn't been his day today. It's deserted him again, straight through the head pin.
Yeah, and left a nasty split too. A 4 split. Incredibly hard to spare as well. Not that the spare would make much of a difference in this particular game, but it'll definitely give the crowd a little something to cheer about for him.
Yeah, it's got some trick shot value, hasn't it?
I reckon he makes it.
What do you know? Well, it was a good effort, really good effort, and full praise to Biboy Rivera, because that's a horrible place to come back from, Jason, in that first game.
Look, Biboy he really should be happy with the way he bowled in the second game. I mean, obviously he's going to be disappointed about the first game, but that's the way bowling goes. And in these short formats, if in this particular tournament, if you don't find the target early on, it's really hard to come back from.
Paul Moor then working an incredible run, turns 8 into 9, and it's going to be a superb finish. Well, if he can post 5-2-2, that's another man back into the green room, Jason, with an incredible set of stats to take into the quarterfinals.
No, he's going to be pretty confident. And I'm sure he's going to have a couple of words to say to Mr. Chris Barnes in there too, because I know prior to this tournament they'll having a few jokes with each other, and I'm pretty sure Paul's going to let him know how he feels.
He's an interesting character, is Paul Moor. He is very quiet on the lane. He's got the same personality away from the lane, but he is fiercely determined. He knows what he wants from this sport, and as far as he's concerned, he's going to get it. And he desperately wants this title, and what a way to finish in this match. It's been strikes all the way from the second frame. Yeah, a little bit of experimentation from Moor to finish off with. Well, he certainly enjoyed the game. Jason, you enjoyed your visit to the commentary box?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely interesting to see how it looks from the back corner here.
Well, this is how it looks on the stats, and the stats read pretty well for Paul Moor. 5-2-1 his final score. That puts him into the quarterfinals at the expense of Biboy Rivera.
This game was always going to be a tough match, but crowd pleaser Paul Moor took his place in the quarter-finals. There are still 2 spots left in the semi-finals, and 10-pin giant Tora Torgerson returns to take back his trophy in the Masters. But his opponent is triple gold medalist Remy Ong. This is not to be missed. Next time on the partypoker.net World 10-pin Masters.